Hi there and welcome. I'm Jordan, and in today's video we'll be talking about hemorrhoids, which are swollen and inflamed veins in your bum which can make it very painful when using the restroom. So this video will cover what causes hemorrhoids, prevention, and also ways to get relief when you do have them. So hemorrhoids can be caused by pregnancy, obesity, or straining when you're going to the bathroom. I experienced hemorrhoids after giving birth to both of my children. The first time around was much more painful and lasted longer, and the second time around wasn't as bad. I really knew how to take care of my body, and so I wanted to make this video to hopefully help you maybe save some face, not having to ask others about hemorrhoids, and also share what worked for me in helping me feel better and heal my body. Of course, I'm not a healthcare professional. This is just what worked for me. You should definitely contact your medical professional if you are experiencing hemorrhoids and see what would be the right treatment option for you. But this video is, again, just me sharing what worked well for me, and I hope it is helpful to you. So let's jump into ways to get relief when you do have hemorrhoids. The first thing you want to do is soften your stools so that everything kind of moves easily and you're not having to strain, because when you strain, it's going to cause more trouble. And to soften your stools, you can use magnesium or husk powder. I'll show you what I have and what I've used. So for the magnesium, you can have a magnesium powder that you put into a drink. You'll just scoop this and then put hot water over it, and it will fizzle up, and then you'll mix it around. There's different kinds of magnesium that you can get. This one's unflavored. You can also get, I think there's a lemon raspberry one. I personally don't like the flavored ones. I really actually don't like the flavor of magnesium overall. A lot of people can't even tell the magnesium flavor, but I can. To me, it tastes sweet, and I don't really like sweet drinks. But this is an option, is using magnesium. I know this has helped a lot of moms, and my midwives really recommend this. But because I did not like the sweetness in my drink, my midwife also recommended taking husk powder, and it's a similar type of thing, but this does not go in your drink, it goes in your food. I would sprinkle it on anything. It does have a sandy texture when you're eating it, so I would put it in applesauce. Still, the texture is not that great, but cinnamon applesauce kind of muted it and covered up the flavor. If you do put this in a drink, which I did, it gets really gummy and it's super gross. I do not recommend doing that. But you can sprinkle husk powder in your food. This has worked really well for me. My midwife also recommended, if you're having a hard time with constipation, you can heat up half prune juice and half orange juice. You want to heat that mixture up and drink it, and that's supposed to help a lot with constipation, getting your stools going, softening your stools. So that is an option as well. Also, when you have hemorrhoids, the objective is to try to shrink them so that you're not having that discomfort and possible pain. And a way you can do that is by ointment. I used Herbaceous Hemorrhoid. I have it right here. Herbaceous Hemorrhoids ointment right here. You can get it on Amazon. I'm not sure if you can see that. But this has also worked really well for me in shrinking hemorrhoids and just bringing comfort. But I would not recommend Herbaceous Hemorrhoid if you've had stitches or any sort of tearing after giving birth, just because it has a pepperminty type of I don't know how you'd explain that. When you have something pepperminty and it's minty and fresh, but it's also too potent. That on my stitches when I had my first child actually was really painful. The second time around, I didn't have any trouble with tearing or stitches. So the Herbaceous Hemorrhoid was really helpful and a little bit more potent in really shrinking them quickly. Another option to get rid of hemorrhoids and bring comfort is to use witch hazel pads. The brand Tux is really great. They're actually really cooling and comforting after you have a baby. They also promote healing overall. So if you have stitches or tearing, these can be really comforting. I think these are really great because of the cooling, the comfort, and also that it helps heal your body. So they're just these really thin little wet pads with witch hazel on them. But if you have pretty bad hemorrhoids, you can actually fold them up and tuck them in your bum. I know that sounds silly and why is she talking about this? Like, that's gross, but it's really helpful. I know for me, I would even like double up on them. So there'd be more of the witch hazel to help promote that healing and get rid of those hemorrhoids. So that's Tux pads. That's what they look like. I really highly recommend them. They're really nice just overall after having a baby. They're soothing, cooling. Another option for helping reduce your hemorrhoids is to take sitz baths with magnesium powder or like an Epsom salt. I like to use this specific magnesium soak, but you want to be careful. You do want to be careful not to put too much in your bath. Otherwise, you can kind of get like a crampy, like you overdid it. I've done that actually one time where I felt kind of sick because I put a ton in, and really I should have just done like the amount that it suggests. This in a little bit of bath water and let your body soak in there. After having a baby, you cannot take a sitz bath that's very deep because you do not want all that water going into your uterus that's trying to heal. So you want to make sure that it's just a few inches deep, enough to like submerge your bum and let it soak and do what it has to do and heal your body. Another thing that one of my nurses shared with me that was really helpful when having hemorrhoids is that you can, if they're like pushing out of your bum, you can tuck them back in your bum, and that actually brings a lot of comfort because when they're kind of sticking out, it kind of feels like your bum is open all the time, and it's just really uncomfortable, like sitting down, moving around. So once she told me that you can tuck them back in your bum, I know that sounds really gross, but it's really, really helpful. So that's an option. Another component of bringing relief is when you are actively going to the bathroom, do not push at all, just let it come when it's ready. And sometimes when you have hemorrhoids, that can take a really long time. And if it is really painful, like while it's trying to come out, what I did the second time around, which really helped me, was my like birth breathing technique, just because it is so painful. And I originally got this birth breathing technique by Ellen Fisher on YouTube, and it is to breathe up like that. And I would do it like pretty intensely. Even when my baby was being born, I would like, and the idea for me was flood your body with oxygen so that your cells are working at their optimal level. And so you're like kind of like nourishing the cells. And so doing that is giving your cells the oxygen to expand and like relax and like do what it has to do. I did that when I would have to go to the bathroom. I know it seems really silly and like this girl's crazy, but it was really helpful to me to do my breathing technique. So you may want to try that. It's really just whatever works best for you to bring you comfort and allow you to not push and strain while you're going to the bathroom. So now let's get into preventing hemorrhoids when you are still pregnant, or if you have hemorrhoids for other reasons. So to prevent hemorrhoids, you want to make sure you're going to the bathroom regularly and that your stools are soft so you do not have to strain when you go to the bathroom. And you can do that by the husk powder or the magnesium powder that I showed you, even like that orange juice, prune juice combination. You also want to, when you are having your baby and in that pushing phase, allow your body to push when your body's ready. The first time around for me, I was like pushing, like bearing down, and it was for hours, really when my body was not ready. So waiting for your body to be ready to push, it's like the fetal ejection response when your body will just automatically push the baby out for you. You do not have to like bear down or anything like that. Like your body will just do it for you. So waiting for that when you are having your baby could be really helpful in preventing hemorrhoids. Also, if you can tell that your bum is what's really bothering you while you're giving birth, or maybe you had hemorrhoids leading up to giving birth, and you can ask your provider to please do counter pressure on your bum, and that could help prevent more severe hemorrhoids. So that's what I have for you today, going over what hemorrhoids are, what causes them, prevention, and ways to get relief. And I hope this video was helpful in hopefully preventing hemorrhoids. But if you do experience them, also having some ideas in bringing yourself relief. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.